Okay, so today we are doing an interview with the team buckaroos. Their team number is 18483, and we're just going to talk about a robot and some of the game strategies along the way and everything. So our first question for y'all is what truly makes your robot unique?
I think our robot is pretty unique in the fact that it intakes through the front and then outtakes through the back. And later on, whenever I screen share, like I have like a picture of it, and I can kind of show you what I'm talking about. But I think that's kind of one thing that makes it unique.
Do you want to show it right now?
I can. Yeah. Hold on. All right. Can you see that?
Yep.
Okay. So if you look here where these green things are here, that's our intake, right? So that's what I mean when we intake like through the front, basically. This is marked as the front of our robot in the IMU. And so like we run up to the ball and this little ramp right here, it catches the ball, these spin and kind of like pull it up through this chamber that we made with these custom cut aluminum plates. So that's our intake. But then if you look right here, and I'm sure I can find another photo, um, is our outtake. And so it's a 3D printed ramp that has a 1-to-1 motor with a kind of wheel on it, and it'll shoot it out through the back. And so it takes to the front, out takes to the back, which is something that buckaroos has done for quite a while.
Did y'all guys have trouble getting the angle and the spacing of the ball and the shooter figured out this season?
Yes, and we're still kind of running into those issues because we're changing our shooter's wheel because we found some other wheels that are phenomenal and they work a lot better than what we had been doing. But yes, the spacing has been heavily worked on, and I'm sure we can find another photo in our notebook here, right here. Let's see if I can. There we go. So this right here is the wheels we had. We added some bigger ones, but the spacing here is a Gobildo channel, and then a quad block, and we found that to be the optimal position for the wheel to be at, so that the compression on the ball is to where it has more compression in the beginning, and it kind of catches the ball for a lot of acceleration, and then as it goes up and around, there's less compression, which allows it to kind of shoot out at the perfect angle with minimal friction. So we're having to rework that right now with some different wheels that will work, and we found out the right spacing. We just need to attach it.
Your robot is very unique, the design, compared to some other ones, as in just going straight up and shooting out. What really led y'all's idea into what y'all have now, into the complexity, I would say, of it?
So Brayton can kind of take this if he wants to. I can keep on here.
Yeah, so our initial design was to have a robot that was going to be able to sort the artifacts. So we had multiple designs for this. We had one where it was like a Ferris wheel, and that was going to be where our ramp is to go into the outtake. Another idea that I had was kind of like a revolver sitting flat on top of it, so that we could have a color sensor that tells it where to go. And so that was our original design. That's why we built the vertical intake, so that we can go up higher, so that we could be able to sort the balls. We still are going to be able to try and do that with a double ramp system, to where if the color sensor reads green, it'll go to the top ramp, and if it reads purple, it'll drop down to the bottom one, and we'll be able to still be able to sort. Right now, we're not doing that because we believe that we want to be more efficient and faster scoring the artifacts than sorting them at this point in the game. And so that's how we got to our original design.
So, beyond for background information for anybody who was watching this video and doesn't know that we're sister teams and all that, what does each person do on y'all's team?
So I was kind of the one that was first explaining the intake to the front and outtake to the back. I'm kind of the main league builder.
Yeah, I'm the programmer.
I'm the designer of the team. I do outreach and I do like the designs of the team.
And how would you describe my role? It's more of a
Floater.
So in
Yeah.
our interview, we kind of described him. He's very unique. He's very special to our team, and that's because us three, me, Brayton Butler, and Andrew Chavez are all seniors, right? And so Anthony here is our freshman, and I think I called him like the sponge, you
Yeah.
know, because he's going to soak up all the information. He's helping us out and everything. He helps me out in building. He helps Brayton out with programming. He helps Angel out with the design. So that way next year he has a kind of basis to lead the newer guys on, and so that way he can kind of soak up all of our knowledge.
So the Metal Rebels have created a website called Teambase. It is just a website where you can add in your FTC team. You can virtually create it, as well as join in members. You can add scheduling into it, as well as priorities and events. There are a few different features. One of them is a message one. You can talk through your team members or through other teams. As well as this, as previously mentioned, you are able to create events, detailed times within the events, as well as schedules, priorities, and a description of your team. You can also add in your logo as needed, and you may change it at any time. Our goal was just to bring the FTC community closer together and give everyone a way to organize themselves a little bit.
That's very interesting since, as you all know, our team is the same way, with me being the freshman and all the other team members being seniors. But I'm really glad that we are able to think to do this, to put all of the seniors' touches into us freshmen.
Yeah.
Another thing is we saw y'all have entered your team into our website/app Teambase, and we are curious if y'all have any comments about it, any input, what y'all think we should add, anything like that.
So I've been kind of helping out with I guess playtesting it, and as like it's very polished, which is
Yeah.
great. It's so polished. And we're helping out iron out some of the smaller things, like the messaging system. I think we had a issue that was fixed. All Jake did that. He's great at it.
I think another thing we wanted to kind of show you guys is our new shooting system. Because, again, for anybody who doesn't know, our two teams competed in the Lubbock B championships together in the playoffs, and we're from the same school, so it kind of worked out really well.
Yeah.
So right now we're just kind of trying to really make our shooting speed faster so that we can have more balls over the course of the game. And this is our new shooting speed, and compared to our old one, it's quite fast. Let me see if I can get this working.
Be careful of the music.
It's muted.
Oh,
Do you guys have any
Oh wow.
I'd say plans for y'all's robot design in the future, just to get it better going into regionals?
so I was mentioning earlier how we changed the wheel. It was those exact wheels, the Go Build a Rhino wheels, I believe they're called. We changed from the Gecko wheels to the Rhino wheels, and they shoot a lot better. But I haven't seen that that little like kick up yet. I guess y'all did that when we were gone. That's pretty good. That's quick.
It's kind of like what we had at the beginning of the year for our robot.
Yeah, it actually is. It's like so. Do I explain this, or do you want to? I'll explain it. It's like, so I might screen share it and see if I can find it. I'll search for it. Yeah, I
I
got
don't know
it.
if it would be in the notebook though.
No, it's in the notebook.
It
We
is?
actually
Not the
do
original design,
have
but
y'all's mini compliance star. That
Yeah.
same one in that picture is the one that's working right now.
so we
Oh,
have
that's the one that
this
y'all are using?
compliance star here.
Mhm.
Yeah, I kind of
But,
stole it when I was working on the servo kick up.
dude, so
My
I was
bad.
no, you're good. But we weren't using it. But this Contraption Star is what they're using, right? We're using this now, but it's cool because that little kick up design is the same as what we had like the first meet. We had a gravity feeder. It was literally just a bar just like that with the servo, and it's kind of cool to re-see that design combined with our other design of the gecko, or not the gecko wheel, the Contraption Star, and it's working great for y'all. The gravity bar didn't work too good for us, but we may end up throwing it back on because these new Rhino wheels they output so
Yeah.
fast. So, but it's kind of cool to see that that design coming back.
I have another question. So a lot of teams are not even like they're trying it, but they're not really using it as much in the meets and matches. But I'm curious if y'all are planning to attempt lifting to get those points in the matches.
Wait, sorry. Can you repeat that?
I'm curious if y'all are going, or if y'all are planning to ever try the lift within the matches at the end of Teleop, I think.
I don't, not as of right now. It may be a later project. Just because there's not much time from last meet to this meet, and so it wouldn't. I don't think we could come up with a design that worked in time for the next meet.
And especially with how like tight our robot is with all the stuff that's in it, there's no way to incorporate something like that.
Yeah, our robot's
Such a
pretty
small time.
Yeah, it's on 18. So
Yeah. So there's no wiggle room.
We've seen the same issue with our robot, as well as we feel that it would collapse on us, or another team would accidentally hit the mechanism and it would damage both ours and the robot. So we kind of have heard that often, but we're just curious to see what y'all would say about it.
I have a question for Angel. With the design process being so important this year, with how much the awards matter in the final points ranking systems, what have you done to kind of open up y'all's outreach and try to win some of those unique awards?
Well, throughout the year, I could definitely say that I haven't been doing as good as a job for outreach as I should be. But these past few weeks, I've been planning out a couple of things that we could do. Like tomorrow, I'm trying to figure out where, but we could probably go pick up some trash. So for our community, the other day, I went to the food pantry to help set up for outreach. On the 22nd, we're gonna have a bake sale. And then for the outreach that we already have, such as YouTube and Instagram, I've just been, well, for Instagram at least, I've been a lot more consistent than I was last year. For YouTube, I'm still trying to find the time to edit the videos that we need to be edited. But I don't know. Right now, I feel like outreach, it's something important to us, but it's definitely not as good as we would like it to be. The meets, we usually just go around and talking to the other teams, like asking them questions, and then we exchange information with one another. And then at the last meet, what I thought would have been a good idea was our pit, to have it set up to be like a little Buc-ee's, or like a fake Buc-ee's. That way people can come and then they could talk to us about our robot and stuff like that. And we would also give them like snacks or drinks or whatever. And then I did this thing last minute, but I wanted to have like a little raffle. So I had a raffle where I give away like 2 pieces of my art. So hopefully at the next meet, I'll definitely do something more prepared on something like that. And no, but yeah, I feel like outreach is definitely going to be a lot better by the time we make it to area, considering all the that we're trying to do, the trash, the food pantry. I forgot to mention, Tuesday we're going to go to Dillman to help them with their practice, and then Thursday we have the no. Tuesday we're going to junior high, and then Thursday we have Dillman for the showcase, and then the bake sale. And then the last week, we don't really have anything because we're just trying to get prepared for like the interviews and stuff like that. But yeah.
So, Anthony, we've talked, but mostly, sorry, anyway. So, freshman to freshman, I know I've learned a lot from my mentors and teammates for this year, and I
Yes.
definitely feel confident that I will be able to bring this team to a lot of good in the future. So, I'm curious, do you feel the same, and how do you think your mentors have done explaining and teaching you?
I absolutely feel the same way about like next year, about how I will lead this team to be great, just like the past members have. And I feel like Riley has taught me a lot with how to Riley and Brayton both have taught me a lot on how to build a good robot with like all the teaching they had me do at kickoff and just the learning from the first meets. And Angel has taught me how to do some really great outreach and things for social media and stuff like that. So I've learned definitely a lot to come for my future years. And I'm greatly excited for the next 3 years I have with this program. So
For all of you guys, I guess, how do you divide y'all's time when it comes to being in the classroom? Because at our school, the robotics is a 45-minute class period. How do you guys divide y'all's time to make sure everything gets accomplished on when it's supposed to be?
So I get all of us seniors, we all have like a kind of library period where we work on like online college classes, right? And this goes for Meta Rebels too. So we're all in these classes, and to make sure that we get stuff done on time, we'll finish our work, and then if we like are still in those classes and our work is done, we will ask to go to the robotics room, which is just down the hall. We'll go down there and we'll finish stuff that we need to be done. A lot of us come after school. I come after school as much as I can. But I can, at least for me, it's very hard to balance all the programs I'm in because I'm in bands, one act, speech.
yeah.
It's just I work too after school. I have to balance a lot.
Yeah.
Brayton, I have a question about the programming. So, what are some of the main issues or challenges you've had to overcome this season with programming?
Well, so a couple of them, we try to do a bunch of different things from last year. Last year, we were just using a three dead wheel with regular pinpoint, and this year we tried to change it a little bit so that we can use the pinpoint more effectively and use only be able to use 2 dead wheels to try and get it more efficient. We tried that for a couple weeks, maybe in a couple months, and we found out that it was not efficient enough. And so we already transferred all the programming to that style. And so we had to reprogram and restyle our entire autonomous based off of that. So we ended up changing it to the internal IMU on the expansion hub and changed it back to a 3 dead wheel system. That was one of the problems. Another one of the problems is just where I'm still trying to learn the language of the programming side and trying to get more efficient in that. so that when it comes to autonomous, I can be as fast and as efficient as possible with my pathing.
We've seen the same issue with the pinpoint odometer. Y'all know her, but our programmer Abby isn't here today. I really wish she was, so y'all could kind of go deeper about the issues with it. But we've seen the same.
Yeah.
Isaac, do you have any questions?
What's y'all's hopes going into regionals?
Our hopes going into regionals are that we get paired up again.
Yeah.
And finals.
Yeah.
What we're all
Yeah.
hoping for is that we can team up again and hopefully take it home to Worlds or something, man. That's ultimately the end goal is Worlds, and then performing well there. Especially for us, it's kind of a personal thing because we went last year, and to go back would complete like senior year. It would be awesome. It'd be a great experience for Anthony because we learned so much there. And so I'm just trying to think, like, if we go back, how much is Anthony going to learn?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's part of the reason why it's like our hope is to get teamed up and then we both go to Worlds. That's our dream. That's our hopes.
Especially since how well we did at playoffs with the synergy us and the Metal Rebels had together.
It would definitely
Hopefully, with our new shooting speed, it will be a lot better. And I know y'all are upgrading to the Rhino wheels, and who knows what could happen at regionals. It could be really good.
But hey, either
y'all have
one,
any
if
questions for us, because we're totally open to questions. I mean, y'all know us, but also like anything concerning robot or anything.
What did I don't remember if this was a thing or not, but that pusher bar that y'all have, is that an original design, or didn't y'all have that at the beginning of the year?
The what?
So the pusher arm.
Or I guess it was like a blocker.
Oh, the blocker. So in the beginning of the year, I think was it meet 2 or meet 3, Jake? I think it was meet 2.
It was meet 2.
It was meet 2. We had a stopper because we had a problem where the first ball we would try to shoot would just not stop. So we tried to add a stopper to that, but it didn't work as we intended, so we just took it off. But then now redesigning our whole ramp and upgrading wheels so the wheels don't expand. We just put a stopper back on there, and then it worked. It actually worked. It gave us more liberty to go across instead of just a little hook on it to hook the ball like before. It's a whole bar going across, and it's a strong Metal Gear servo, so it can withstand a lot more than a go build a Torque or Speed servo.
Another thing that we kind of noticed with the shooting speed and all that, I don't know that it was necessarily the expansion of the Gecko wheels that made them inaccurate with the distances, but it was the amount of inertia that the Gecko's wheels had. So the Gecko wheels, because they're so light, they don't carry their motion as much as a heavier wheel would. So not only do we have the new Go Build a Rhino wheels that are heavier than the Gecko wheels just out of the factory, but we also put weighted gears inside of the wheels to carry that inertia more.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, that makes.
It's so much heavier.
We could probably try that too, if y'all don't mind.
That sounds like a good idea.
No.
Yeah. You can't really see them in this video, but they're tucked inside.
Are they in the inside?
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, you can kind of see.
I saw how y'all like put two together and bolted them down.
Oh yeah.
Those Johns are not moving.
So
then,
inside the wheel, inside that wheel, those two wheels, there's y'all know those adapters, the little adapters for the bar, for the stars to the bar that curves printed. I was looking through our stuff and I found 2 super heavy gears that had that same hex and they fit perfectly. So I took those and I adjusted them and melted them to fit on the bar because they were slightly off. And then once I got them on there, I melted each side of the adapter to fit around the gear. And then after that, just shoved them and sandwiched them in between the 2 wheels and bolted them down so they wouldn't move side to side. And each one is like it's heavy-ish, but it's not heavy in like human terms, but in terms of like a little one-to-one motor spinning it,
Yeah,
it takes like
it will
2
carry.
minutes to fully come to a stop, which is it can be good and bad, but we've seen a lot of good so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Promising.
Other than that, this is about the point in the video where I would ask y'all if y'all would join Team Base, but as y'all already have,
Yeah.
do you guys have any closing remarks before we end this meeting?
Hopefully we see each other, not against each other, but together in the
but
finals.
together.
Yeah.
That's
That'd be great to see.
the dream.
And we're just excited for the end of the month.
It's on your
All right.
Birthday.
Well, thank you guys for doing this. This video will probably be out later today or in the coming week if you guys want to watch it as it comes out. But thank you.
All right.